everyone, I'm Paige Abbott, and this is your weekly recovery message. On my LinkedIn profile this week, there was a conversation that got brought up about whether addiction involving food is a real thing. And I found this a really bizarre question because for anybody who understands what addiction is, meaning especially at the level of the brain circuitry, addiction is a brain disease where the afflicted part of that organ specifically is the reward circuitry. So the reward circuitry was designed for the evolutionary purpose of survival, meaning that it controls our basic desires for food as well as procreation. So sex, love, and relationships are part of that afflicted area. So of course, if somebody has addiction, they're vulnerable in the area of food. And I do feel it's very important for people who know that they have addiction. And usually what that means is they've clued in that they have addiction involving substances, so drug or alcohol issues. But it's also very critical that you understand if you have drug or alcohol issues, that because of the way the brain is wired and how it works, you are also vulnerable in the area of food as well as relationships. So these are two key areas that everybody who has the disease of addiction needs to look at. So this isn't a standalone thing, that for people who have addiction, there will be food vulnerabilities they need to look at. And on the flip side, if people know that they have issues involving food, so meaning that they've identified they will eat not just for nourishment, but potentially for the pursuit of escape, reward, or relief, then there will also be vulnerabilities for those people in the area of substances. So people who have issues with food may think that their relationship with alcohol is okay, or maybe they've never had substantial issues with drugs, maybe never even touched drugs. But the reality is you have to be paying attention to this because engagement with drugs and or alcohol will be a point of vulnerability. So either your issues with food could get worse as a result of engagement with drugs or alcohol, or your brain may shift into preferring the relationship with drugs and alcohol over food. So absolutely, addiction involving food is a very real thing. It's something that millions of people across the planet who are struggling with addiction also need to pay attention to. But if you have not yet identified issues with substances but are questioning your relationship with food, look at those key factors. Are you eating for escape, reward, or relief? And look at the motivation for your eating. So how are you feeling when you're eating, and what is the driver? Again, if it's more than just for nourishment, then your relationship with food may be something you need to look at, and there may be addiction involved. That's my perspective for this week. Take care, and I wish you the best in your ongoing journey of recovery for the week ahead. Bye for now.